A city councilman in Wilmer, south of Dallas, talked to Fox 4 News today about his arrest and a charge of making threatening statements.
Moses Garcia was arrested Monday, not long after Wilmer's acting police chief was arrested as well. Those two arrests follow other shakeups at Wilmer City Hall. The mayor and longtime police chief both recently resigned, and the city administrator was fired. Fox 4's Peyton Yager talked to Councilman Garcia and his attorney. She joins us now from the newsroom. Peyton.
Stephen, Heather, City Council member Moses Garcia saying he was shocked when police showed up Monday morning and then shocked to see his acting police chief booked right next to him at the Dallas County Jail. Garcia's attorney really took control of this interview, not letting Garcia say much at this time. The attorney says he's prepared to fight this charge, claiming he didn't see any threats in the video and that this was old friends joking around.
There's a lot of false information out there. People want my city council seat.
We'll get into that part later.
But
one of the few sentences Wilmer City Council member Moses Garcia was able to get out, alongside his attorney Joshua Carpenter, on Wednesday. His arrest followed this incident a week ago, a heated conversation outside a Shell gas station where police say Garcia was the primary aggressor. The newly elected councilman heard on surveillance video saying he was behind Wilmer City employees being fired. We wanted to ask Mr. Garcia.
Why did you say that?
Well, again, there are some things that we can't quite get into. The long story short is this incident is obviously part of a much bigger picture. A lot of things have been happening in Wilmer. I believe what he was referring to was simply more of he was part of that process and not just the one solely in charge of everything.
Garcia and the man in the white shirt, Ricky Jackson, friends for over 40 years. Jackson told Fox 4 Tuesday he isn't even involved in city politics, saying Garcia's actions were unprovoked.
Whatever goes on down there, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know why you come messing with me.
The conversation appeared friendly at first, but escalated. Police say Garcia called Jackson what appeared to be a racial slur. We asked Garcia if he did, but again, cut off.
Okay, we can't comment about what he may or may not have said on the video, just because there's obviously still a pending investigation and pending charges. But I can say, like I said, I think the video speaks for itself. And if there were any words or otherwise spoken, I believe they probably happened in the heat of passion when they were kind of yelling at each other.
From a different camera angle, the men continued to exchange words. Garcia's son holds his dad back. Garcia then takes off his hat and pulls at his shirt. Witnesses told police Garcia appeared intoxicated, another allegation Garcia and his attorney would not comment on. Garcia arrested and charged with terroristic threat. Also arrested was Wilmer's acting police chief, Jesus Mencius. He's charged with interfering with public duties stemming from the Shell incident. Mencius accused of taking this surveillance video and saying he would handle the investigation himself. But his own officer reported Mencius wasn't acting as a commissioned peace officer, only brought in to oversee a separate administrative matter within the department. We asked Garcia if he knew Mencius before Mencius assumed his temporary position on July 18th.
I met him and I had asked them if they could be the acting chief. I know he was a marshal for the city affairs, and I asked him if he could help me because the department has got out of control.
Mr. Garcia does not act alone on the city council. He's not a Rambo councilman or anything. They have to act as a quorum.
Garcia also alleges he did not speak to Mencius during the 4 days in between the gas station incident and the day the two men were arrested. Now, the city of Wilmer had a special city council meeting scheduled for tomorrow evening, but we checked online. It says it's been canceled, and the city just called me while that package was playing. They confirmed the meeting tomorrow is canceled, and the agenda items for that meeting will be taken care of on August 6th. We'll follow it.